Hey guys, what's up? Team 3D Alpha. I gotta answer a quick question I got a while back from a subscriber. Hey man, I'm living similarly to you. Hold on, let me rephrase that. I'm living similarly to how you live in terms of lifestyle at the moment. I study about 6 to 7 hours a day, advanced placement exams coming up, and I eat clean because I'm currently cutting. It's really tough on the morale. Just wondering what you do to stay motivated or how you cope with it when you feel depressed about your need to eat clean and steady all the time. First thing first, if it's getting to you too much, I would suggest having at least one cheat day where you indulge. The reason for that is not only it's gonna, you know, refresh your morale, it's gonna give you that boost that you need to go on the next week. Because after a cheat day, you feel bad. The average person, especially if you're very competitive and you hate failure, after a cheat day, you're gonna feel really pissed, and that anger, you actually need that anger to push you to go another 7 days eating clean. I notice I'm very competitive, so every time I have a cheat day, I see it as a failure. Sometimes you need those failures to spike your anger and push you again. So don't diet obsessively for too long without having, giving yourself a little reward. Don't call it a cheat day, call it a reward day. Number two, the study thing. My key, the way I was able to, keep studying while managing, both jobs and bodybuilding and the channel and my personal education was I would do everything at the same time every day. Why? Because fuck this guy. I asked this guy to work my shift today, and he's always saying no. But yeah, I would do it at the same time every day. Meaning, when you're doing your math homework, do it at the same time every day. When you're doing whatever other class homework or so, do it at the same time every day. Why? Because it's gonna develop the atmosphere of comfort. When that time comes in, say you always do math at 9 p.m. If you do it for a long time, it becomes a habit. So now when 9 p.m. comes, your brain switches gear and gets into math mode. Now you're ready to hit math. You become familiar with 9 o'clock being math this. Now it's no longer hard. You don't have to say, "Oh, I got to get up and do math." And that's a mistake a lot of students make is that they study different subjects at different times of the day, so they don't develop a foundation, a habit, right? And you wanna use your brain. You wanna use those tricks and methods to get your brain into proper gear to do a certain subject. For example, before I do math, I would listen to a certain song because I hate math. I would listen to like well, I don't really hate math. I actually love math, but I hate doing math homework. So I would listen to a certain song that I like right before doing math, a song that really pumps me up. And I listen to that same song at the same time every time when I do math. It helps. It's part of the whole Pavlov response thing. Your brain. Now, the next time you put that song on at the same time, your brain is ready to do math, and it becomes easier. It becomes a habit. Effortless. So try that. Try those two things. Reward yourself and study at the same time, the same subject at the same time every day with the same song. To kind of like get into the mindset. And once you make something a habit, you no longer need effort. Because what's a habit? A habit is something you do without effort. So make the things that you hate habits. And how do you make something a habit? You do it at the same time, in the same location every day. So I hope that helps. And about depression, I made tons of videos about that. Just go to my channel, look at my playlist, go to the motivation and inspiration playlist, and I'm pretty sure I made a video about that, somewhere. But yeah, and also to stay focused, just keep your eye on the goal. A lot of people, for example, let's go back to math. You're about to do math homework. You hate doing math homework. Don't tell yourself I'm about to do math homework because that's what you're gonna pretty much focus on. Focus on the reason why you're doing your math homework because you want an A. Why do you want an A? Because you want to graduate. Why do you want to graduate with a good grade? Because you want a good job, right? So look at the end. What is the end goal? What is the end result? The end result is you want to be in your office with your nice car, your nice house. So instead of saying I'm about to go do homework, just think I'm about to become a boss in his office with his nice car and his house or whatever your dreams are. So look at the means, right? Because studying is a means to an end. Look at the means, but also look at the reason why you're doing the means. Look at the end, right? So that's why I mean people saying, "Oh, how do you find the motivation to study when you have video games?" It's simple. I look at what I don't look at I don't look at it as I'm about to open a book and study. I look at it as I'm about to get an A. I'm about to make myself get an A. Right? So I skip the whole studying part. I focus on what's on the other side of the mountain. Alright, so use that. Hope that motivates you and yeah, that's about it. Remember guys, dominate your day, knock it down to the ground, put your foot on his chest, look at it in the eyes, and say, King me.